So you've just found this website, or you've just heard about TNI, Targeted Nutritional Intervention, or you've just been added to the Trisomy 21 research group on Facebook, and you've discovered that, oh my gosh, there is so much that you can do to help your child, but you don't even know where to begin. Where do you start? There's so much information. It's so overwhelming. I totally understand, and I'm hoping that this video will help simplify it. The first product you want to start with is the Nutrivene Daily product. It's dosed by weight. You start at a quarter of what the daily dose is and gradually work up until you've hit their total daily dose. That total daily dose should be split into 2 doses, a morning and a nighttime dose, for optimal results. Though if you can only get it in once a day, that's okay too. But you want to start with the Nutrivene Daily. That's going to have a very big impact on many of the genes that are overexpressing in Down syndrome. After that, you want to start adding in some of the add-ons, the things like resveratrol or green tea or PQQ. How you go about doing this, you've got a couple of options. If you have an infant, sometimes it's easier to just start them one at a time in individual forms, not in the polyphenol complex, so that you can closely monitor the dosing and get them slowly ramped up to the targeted dose. If you have an older child, you might go ahead and start directly with the polyphenol complex, but again, starting it at a lower dose than the target daily dose and slowly increasing that dose until you get to the target dose. There are other parts of TNI that you can add at any time and don't really have to worry about introducing them slowly and building up. Things like the essential fatty acids, probiotics, the nighttime formula, and the digestive enzymes are all parts of the TNI protocol that typically can be added in at any time and usually right at full dose. Every child is different. It's always good to be conservative and start low and work up. And just know that if something is happening with your child, it's just your child's biochemistry trying to re-regulate. It's a brand new way that it's a healthy way, but it can take a little bit of time for some people to adjust. If your child does seem to have a reaction, just back the dose down, hold there for a few days, and then slowly start to bring it back up again. You also have the option of working with a TNI trained doc like me, someone who's trained both in targeted nutritional intervention and in Down syndrome biochemistry. I understand the parts and pieces of this whole protocol, and the other benefit of working with me is that I can customize it specifically to your child. And I can look outside of TNI because TNI by itself isn't going to actually fix everything. Children still will have issues with nutrient deficiencies and hormone imbalances like adrenal stress and hypothyroidism. And the TNI can go a long way to correcting these, but not always 100%. So your child is going to have additional needs that are outside of the TNI protocol. And what I can do is assess your child for those things and come up with a customized program just for them. But please know that you have lots of support on this adventure. I'm on the Trisomy 21 research Facebook group answering questions for parents all the time. We've got so many parents that are doing this protocol and they know it backwards and forwards too. So just know that it's a little overwhelming when you first start, but just get in there, get the nutrients going with your child. You're going to see amazing changes and know that you have lots of support.